Hey people, Kate Slinky, how we doing? So today we're going to be looking at this guy, the champion of the Great Wolf, Arjac himself. Now at first, when Arjac did come out, I was a bit dubious. I think I was excited for him, he sounded great, but it didn't really woo me when I first started to test him out. But recently, the more I test him and kind of find out what his potential is, I'm starting to see a bit of a difference in him, and I think he has got some great potential in certain modes. And the future, if we get some kind of like a survival mode for characters or like a build-up mode, I do think this guy is going to come into play. So if we have a quick look at what he brings to the table, so he's got his foe hammer, the attack target within a range of 2 for 1 power damage, and the target is stunned. So stunned is will give them -1 movement and do less damage. So that's a pretty good trait to have until the beginning of Arjac's next turn. For each character that has been defeated in this battle, this ability deals a certain amount of damage. And at the moment at level 30 it's plus 716 damage. Now that's a pretty decent amount of damage for level 30. And it does say for each character that's been defeated in this battle. So it doesn't have to be defeated by Arjac himself. He also has this amazing shield which blocks an additional somewhat damage depending on the level, and when he blocks he covers the attacker's hex in ice. If Arjac's below health or the attacker is on a hex covered in ice, he gains a plus block chance, and this block stuns any melee attacker until the end of the attacker's next turn. So again, it's another kind of great little trait. Do you know what I mean? If you've got him built up enough to get out there in a phase, do you know what I mean? If they start attacking him, you can take on that punch, leaving them stunned, while the rest of your troops just come up and take some damage. But it's all about using that foe hammer at the right time. To begin with, I kind of used it as a tool of getting up there and kind of stopping in like an arena, to stop in Reavers, or in a tournament arena, stopping Reavers getting out off his passive ability or his trait, anything like that. Or I'd get him up there and kind of stop Archmatos from doing the bloodletters, Aleph Null from stopping the scarabs, anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Stopping the enemy using that skill with this guy. But the more I kind of use him, the more I think you need to kind of hold him back and kind of defeat the characters with using other characters or himself. You've got him strong enough, and then for him to go in there and just take the one final blow and either do some serious damage on that character or finish him off. I've got some footage that I was just testing around with different characters. So with this one, for example, this was a test against a boss orc that was quite heavily armoured. What I did here, I fast forwarded a bit, so I just sent the rest of my troops up there just to clear off all the enemy. So we're killing each character, constantly building up that damage, ready for Arjac to make his final move. And now you can see the boss left at the top. I'm going to go in there now and do an attack. So I'm going to move up there, move 2 spaces, throw the hammer, and bang, 2,594 damage, which is a pretty decent amount. Remember, this guy is heavily armoured as well, so he'll have some armor saves on that. So again, I was quite impressed with the numbers, and he's only level 30, so there's a lot more potential to get out this guy. Again, what I did here is to send everyone up. I got rid of as much as I can. I was a bit risky sometimes and nearly died with a few characters, but hey, I do like to play sometimes on linear knife edge. But which was cleared most of the characters. Again, I'll fast forward around, and I wanted to test against the Reavers just to see what the damage is like. So I lost Ross with it there purely just I wanted to test out what it's like there. So 2,699 would be his normal hit. So I moved it 2 spaces away, and I just took the foe hammer, and it was 3,000 damage, and that's with a block as well and his armor. So it was a decent enough kill to kill him off, and that was over 3,000. So again, it's another decent hit, and that was just purely by killing all the others around, building up that damage, and then just going for the final blow. So I do think that's a way to use this guy. You can use, if you've got him heavily armoured up, you can use his kind of heavy strike, where you can go in there, and I've done it before, and the enemy, especially in the tournament arena, will just try and take care of him. You can take some punishment, you can take a lot of shots. So it's really good to get in people's faces. But for using that foe hammer, yeah, I think you've got to really build it up to that point where you've cleared like 2 or 3, possibly 4 enemies, and then you're just going to go in there and just use that final strike with it. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Is that the best way to use him? Is there other ways? Like I say, I've kind of put him in the okay good tier in my tier list. I do think he's got potential, but it's only certain modes his potential for. For bosses and that, I can't see any boss that it'd be kind of useful for, unless I'm wrong. I'm not too sure. And the good thing is with this guy, there is the new event coming in, starting in about 5 hours time, so probably at 4 or 5 hours by the time this video goes out. So you've got chance, if you haven't got him already, chance to get some shards to get him and test him out, and let me know what you guys think when you've got him, or anyone out there has got him, what do you guys think of him? Is there anything I'm kind of missing? Is there any areas you've seen his true potential, or do you think he's going to come into play further on? Like I say, he's not the best Space Wolf character out there, not by far from Ulf and Arjac, to be fair. I think we'll pip him just. We don't know what the other two characters are going to be like yet, but as it stands, I just think he's an okay kind of mediocre character and useful for certain scenarios. But let me know what you find in the comments below. Please don't forget to check out some of my other videos, and also hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. Take care, bye bye.